set us free. From island to island we roam. The boat becomes our home. Our life where the wind will guide. Through the Caribbean, wide and wide. Sunsets and stars overhead.
It's 9:26, just a quick update. You can see we're right alongside Dominican Republic, somewhat heading towards the Samana Peninsula. But if you look out there, even with binoculars, you cannot see Dominican Republic. It's still a long ways away, and this is not particularly a mountainous area. I think the mountains start building up around here, and they get really tall around here. You can see how there's no highways here. That's because it's all really high mountains. There's no roads there. So yeah, it's been a little over 24 hours of sailing.
25 hours and 12 minutes.
25 hours of sailing. We're right beside Dominican Republic, but there's still no sign of land. I looked as best I could with binoculars and there's nothing there. The sails are still occasionally flapping around, but we're still making almost 6 knots. Just doing a wing on wing, or as we like to say, we're doing donkey ears.
Each memory we collect. Sails up, the world's our map. No need for shoes, no need for caps. Just the ocean's gentle sway.
Hello everyone, so I don't know if you see it, but we're getting a squall. It's right there. I don't know if you're able to spot it, but you can hear the whistling wings. Hopefully we get ahead of it.
Oh yeah, the clouds are coming over us right now. I can see them going straight towards us this way, like perpendicular to us.
As you can see, it's on the radar.
It's still not quite on top of us.
This is the one that's coming towards us.
Those clouds are flying by so fast. We're pretty much almost in it, but I'm hoping we get ahead of the worst part of it. You can see the low clouds that are way lower than the regular clouds out there. There's low clouds just shooting across the sky perpendicular to us.
Woo!
In our life we stay.
There's my first raindrop. I'm glad I was able to get the head sail in, because we had our head sail on a spinnaker pole, so it's basically pointing towards the storm. So if the storm got really bad, I can't turn into the wind. If I do that, I'm taking all that force straight onto a head sail, right on the widest part of it. So I quickly got that in, and as I'm wheeling that in, I could hear like the wind start whistling through all the shrouds. But right now, the radar is showing it just right beside us. It's been coming straight towards us, but it looks like we're gonna pop out just on the edge of it. I'm still hoping.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It looks like we're passing it.
We're only doing 6 knots, and it's still coming towards the center of us.
Ooh, I got wet.
Yeah, the waves are starting to pick up.
That's the squall right there, and that's us in the middle. Yeah, let's hope we pass it completely.
Still, what, 1-2 miles away? It just made 4 miles then within like 20 minutes. So I don't think we're going to get out of it. In 20 minutes, it just did 4 miles, and it's only got 2 more to go before it's on top of us. So it's moving fast, which means it'll also end fast.
To the morning light, sky above is burning bright. Leave your worries, take your flight. Today you've got the mind.
There's a little eye in the storm. One little clear spot in the sky, surrounded by clouds. That's what's coming for us. I'm sure you can't hear anything because of the wind.
Climb the mountain reach.
We got a fish! We got a fish! We got a fish!
We're hitting a squall and we get a fish.
Oh my god, let's see what it is. Jeez,
All you need is that little bit of extra speed and you catch the fish. Holy shit.
Ooh, it's looking interesting. I can see it there.
The bird's watching it, see?
Yeah? Oh, look at the bird.
I can't believe we caught a fish while we're dealing with this. We've been fishing for 2 days straight.
Woo!
Don't look back. Every stone.
Probably a barracuda.
Oh, no, no.
Just judging by the color of it. But
Yeah, but no, it might not be it.
oh, it's small. Maybe it's oh my god, is that a whole fish or is it a half a fish?
Oh my god, tell me.
Half a tuna.
Tuna, come
I
to
don't
me.
know. It's kind of bluish color.
It's alive? What is it?
No, we can do that.
Oh my god, it's a tuna! It's a tuna! Another tuna!
The chains run so free. In your hands, your destiny.
All right, land ho. After 30 hours, we finally see some land. It's been an interesting go. Surprisingly, we don't see Dominican Republic for a long time until right now we're at the point of Samana, like the Samana Peninsula, and all of a sudden we can see land. Finally, dodging a few tankers, and I got a muppet on my hook right now, which I gotta clean.
By the line above, city whispers low, echoes in the park, feel the midnight flow.
We'll take the spinnaker pole down again because we got a beam reach. No downwind anymore for now. Gotta take it down so we can open the sail accordingly.
Feel the beat, moonlight on your face, glowing pure and bright, hold you in this
It looks heavy, but it's not as heavy as you think.
time. Passing hours fade, morning just a dream, in a rooftop glade, life is but a stream.
A little bit of
Wow. The wind just started blowing from the back as soon as we took the pole
it was
off.
being reached and then locked up.
Took a little bit of head sail off.
Moonlight on your face, cool and sweet, in the trees, feel the beat. Moonlight on your face.
It's our second night at sea, and our AIS is malfunctioning now. Our friends just radio us to say they can't see us on the AIS, and when I was looking at our chart, targets seem to come and go. Even though the radar sees them, sometimes right now it's showing an AIS target, the blue boat. See, and it just vanished right now. I am thinking something's wrong with our AIS antenna. I'm gonna have to look at that when we get to Loop Run. Luckily we have this radar to watch for targets. As you see, all that blue stuff is rain. We're surrounded by rain. There's at least 2 cargo ships. See, another target just popped on the screen right there where my dot is. That wasn't there, and that's only 5 miles away. I should have no problem picking that up. But it's coming and going, and apparently we're not broadcasting, so that means they can't see us either. And being in the rain, if they see us on their radar, we might just look like rain, because rain looks similar to a boat. They'll get just blue and yellow dashes. There's definitely some targets we have to watch out for. It's pitch dark here, and there's lightning. Not too much you can see other than visual inspection. I can just make out a ship in the distance there. That's the one that keeps popping on and off of our display. That's 299 meters long, so it's a big boat. I can see that pretty easily with my eyes, but only if I'm looking for it. If it's If you're not up here looking, you're not gonna see it, but we can't spend the entire night staring out this window either. This is our last night. Sometime tomorrow, we should be arriving in Luperon for some. Well, another update. We made it through the night. The wind changed over and over and over again, so it's very hard to get any kind of rest. We have starboard tack, port tack, starboard tack, port tack, starboard tack, port tack, all night. The sail would be backfilling, slapping. Daytime now. Took a little look up at the sail, and it looks like two of our battens are snapped in half. Hopefully we can find replacements of those in Dominican Republic. The last night was just storm after storm. Got a little bit of sleep in wet clothes. Had to come outside so often. One period after got into some rain and sat perfectly still almost for about 2 to 3 hours. We were barely moving, like maybe 2 knots. So we started the engine, and about 30 minutes later it was blowing like well over 20, so it was just been all over the place. It's hard to rest at night when you just can't have any assurance of what the weather's going to do. Waking up now, and I know you can't see those, but those are big waves, big swell. The widespread, so don't feel it too much, but I'm gonna guess that those are 2.5, 3 meters there. Can't see the horizon anymore. And we're already about 2 meters up. Just been sailing with the mainsail. Tried getting a bit of jib because it's easier to tack, but it's such a downwind sail that the jib just gets shadowed by the main. Could put the stick out, but you know, in pouring rain, I didn't want to go out on the deck last night. So we just flew the main. Originally with the speed we're doing, we should have been arriving in Luperon early in the morning, like somewhere between 8 to 10 o'clock was the estimate by the avionics. But after having such difficulties keeping our speed overnight, I think that's a long shot away now. It's probably still about 40 or 50 miles. There's our thing right now. Our preventer stopping it from going to the other side. The wind has shifted again. So I'm gonna go take care of this. Oh, no, it did it all by itself. That's what we had to listen to all night. The wind shifting, especially when we're rolling. You can see the battens broken there at the top. I believe that's from the sails smashing side to side all night. Eventually just snapped them. One of them looks like it might be broken in 2 places. There's no shroud there or anything. That's just them being worked back and forth for so long. You know, I was considering just heaving to and spending the night out there, but then that's going to add another entire day out here, because then there's no way we're going to get to Luperon in daylight, and that's a harbor you don't really want to go into in the dark. Really need that visual guidance getting through the reefs and the markers, that some of them are pretty small. So I was willing to just motor the rest of the way there, but there's so many fish traps out here, and being out at night in the rain with the engine on, I really didn't want to get our propeller tangled up in a crab pot or a fish trap or whatever they are. Very good chance we would get hung up on it, and then we'd be stuck there with no engine. And I would be out in this, swimming underneath the boat, trying to cut the rope, which I really don't want to do. There's a trap, speak of the devil. I'm not too worried about that now because we're sailing. We're not going to get hung up on it, but they're everywhere. Thank you for joining us on this adventurous journey. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. And subscribe to our channel for more exciting sailing adventures. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you won't miss next week's episode.
Hold you in this place, losing track of time.